Hey guys, this is Johnny from Jendell Overland. I hope you had a great week, and I thought I'd get on here today because I just hit 50,000 kilometers on my Jeep, and I wanted to go over the things that I still have installed on this after 2 years of ownership, what I still love, and what I'm going to replace soon. I think that might shock you a little bit. So let's start off with the lift. This has got a 3.5-inch TerraFlex lift with Falcon shocks, and I've got the adjustable TerraFlex Alpines, upper and lower. Now on the front of the vehicle, I've got 3.5-inch TerraFlex springs, but on the back of the vehicle, I've got 4.5-inch Evo springs. And why that is when I installed it originally, it actually sagged in the back. And that didn't even have all this stuff on it yet. And here's some footage of that. It was crazy, so I had to actually lift it up another whole inch to make it level out. I actually swapped out the gears and went with 513s. And when I did that, I took the stock diff covers off and I went with the red ARB diff covers. They're a little bit stronger and it's going to protect my differential when I'm going trailing. These are seated with 37-inch Nito trail grapplers, which originally I had the KO2 BF Goodrich. Didn't quite like those as much as these Nitos. I absolutely love these Nitos. And they have got the fuel rims on there. Come up to the fender here and I've got these fender extensions on there. That was on my last Rubicon, and these are only available for the Wrangler, not the Gladiator. So I wound up getting two front ends, and I installed the front end on the back and the front on the front. These come off of the Extreme Recon package. It's the only way you can get them. This is my Browning antenna for my GMRS radio. And of course up here I've got the rigid lights. And I won these from a contest that Brad from Trail Recon had a few years ago at Christmas time. And I was one of the lucky winners that won that. So those are awesome. They turn night into day when I'm out on the trails. Let's go to the front. On here is my stock bumper. And the only thing that I did with it was I took off the tips, making it a stubby bumper. So it still works great. These are the NovSight lights, and they work well with the rigid lights. They just go driving down the trails, they light everything up for me so I don't get lost or ride into something. I've got the 12,000 Evo VR worn winch and the Fairlead as well. This does have the trail camera, which has been a lifesaver on so many different occasions. It's not funny. Going up steep hills, you can't see over the edge, so you don't know if you're driving off a cliff. This thing will save your life. Let's go look at the back. This is the RSI SmartCap, and I've had a couple of issues with it, but you know what? RSI's customer service is phenomenal. At first, these locks froze up on me, and they replaced all the locks and gave me these little flaps that go over top of them. So now no snow and no ice gets in there. So now it's 100% protected. Then eventually, when I started opening the door up, it started making this cracking sound. And what that was the hinges were breaking on it. They replaced all the hinges all the way around, no questions asked, sent them right to my house. So RSI is the way to go. They will treat their customers with the utmost respect, and you guys are #1 in their books. Here I've got the quick pitch shower, which I'm really disappointed with this. This is one of the things that I'll be changing out soon. I'm not going to tell you what I'm getting, but you will see that in an upcoming video. Up here, I've got the quick pitch tent. It goes up that quick. I put my ladder up and we're in there within a couple of minutes. It's one of the best tents I've ever been in. I've tried a whole bunch of different tents, not on my vehicle, but at trade shows. And every time I've put my knees on the mattress, I can feel the wood underneath instantly. And I can tell that that's not going to be a comfortable sleep for me. This right here has got a 3-inch mattress, and it's more comfortable than my bedroom at home. I love this thing. Tracy loves this thing. She comes out every weekend with me during the summer, and that makes for a great time. Inside here, I've got the deck system. And that's a nice drawer storage area for goods when I go out overlanding. Plus it's got some ammo cans here so I can stick tools and stuff in there like that. This thing has been a game changer for me because once I got all my gear in there, the last thing I want to do is reach way back there to get something. And all I have to do is open the drawer and it's right at my fingertips. The deck is awesome. And now I've got the power set up in the back. I've got a 1200 watt power inverter. I've got lights back here, which you've seen. I've got lights up here. Let's turn this stuff off, and now you'll be able to see this light. You'll see this light at night when I'm at camp. This way, when we're down by the fire and I got this on, I can see where my Jeep is. I don't have to go and turn a flashlight on and go looking for my Jeep. This will tell me where it is at all times, because it gets pretty dark out there. This is the Major Shady awning. Check this out. Freestanding, I love it. I did have the Rhino Rack one, and I had to have the arms down at all times. And you know what? The first one that I had, the wind blew it and just broke it in a million pieces. The second one, I had to tie it down each and every time. I was terrified every time I pulled that thing out. Because the hinges were plastic up here. These ones are metal, so it's really strong. It's not as strong as the alu cab, because the alu cab you can actually do chin-ups on. This one will move, as you can see. So there is a change coming in this as well. I don't know if you guys saw the video for this, but I created my own backseat delete. Check this out. Works great. I just put my front runner bins on there when we go overlanding, and I tie them down, and it's awesome. Does its job. Let's look inside the Jeep. I've got the Jendell Overland bar that goes across the front. Now I love this thing. I originally had the 67 designs, and I felt that I was quite limited with what I could do with it. I love the fact that this bar goes all the way across. I can put my iPad here. I've got Tracy's phone that goes here, my phone that goes here. And then I've got these magnets for my GoPros, which is pretty awesome. Quick release. And then I can lock them into place so they don't bounce out. I've got one there and I've got one here. I talked to Larry, and he's gonna send me a couple more things. Larry is the owner of Jendell Overland. He's gonna send me some more things. He's gonna send me some black ones of these. I'm gonna get rid of the red. And I'm gonna put on a couple other things, which I'll show you that once they show up. Of course, up here I've got my GMRS, which is tied to my CV bar. And for decals, I've got the brand name on the side, which is Jendell Overland, with the huge lightning bolt there. And then I've got some of the sponsors on the back there. And then we also got a couple more sponsors right in the very back of the Jeep. Come take a look at this. There's Volthium there and Sudbury Solar Solutions right there. Some of the things that I took off of this Jeep was the RSI kitchen. It was a little bit too tall for me when I was cooking. I was cooking at face level, and it just wasn't going to work out for me. So not having it in the Jeep and having that open space so I can actually get to some stuff that's inside the Jeep is fantastic. I love that. Thank you guys for joining me for the past 2 years. I actually got this Jeep on December 31st, 2021, and that was actually my birthday, which was awesome. And 50,000 kilometers later, and you guys are still with me each and every week, which I really appreciate you guys for coming out. I appreciate you liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. And without you guys, I couldn't do content like this. So keep coming back. Lots of exciting things are happening, and I've got a huge change that's coming up really soon, and I can't wait to share it with you. I can't talk about it yet, but it's going to be pretty awesome, and I want you guys to watch for that. It's coming soon. So thank you guys once again, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.